altered reality. It's kind of like a crime thriller, supernatural, time travel, kind of like, is this a good guy, bad guy kind of thing. First of all, talk about the inspiration of where the idea came from, and how did you go about starting that process about, let me think, why do I want to make this film? Was it inspired by something? Was it something in your real life that kind of inspired it? Talk about that, and then just jump in from there about, okay, now I've got my story. Now I know how I want to tell it. Where am I going? So start off, though, where did the idea come from? Because it is really original.
Well, thank you. I've always been interested in time. I really feel like time is our most precious gift. And for some reason, a lot of people just kind of disregard it, or they don't find the same importance to it. They just sort of take it for granted.
Right.
And it's like, you could be out there, creating, or you could be out there, I don't know, maybe, pity partying, or, things aren't going your way that day or whatever. And it's like, so the other thing that's always been interesting to me is sort of like the sliding doors aspect. Like, decisions that you make affect your future, and once you make those decisions, you can't take them back a lot of times. It's like you kind of 5 or 10 years from now could have hinged by someone you listened to or didn't listen to you, someone you married, someone you broke up with. Maybe it was your fault, maybe it was that fault. And so that was always such like an intriguing idea to me, sort of like the sliding door events in our life. And then I kind of wanted to play with the idea of time, the past, present, and future all existing at the same time. So, wonder if you did have the ability to go back and change a decision you made, or maybe wonder if you were able to go forward and see the consequences of the decisions that occurred prior. And so that under that backdrop is sort of where this idea came from. And just to give you an idea, like I said, was mentioning before, Monday at 11:01 a.m., you can tell time is intriguing to me, in terms of my other titles as well. But it's interesting because I had this concept for a while. And, when I start writing, I just have to get it out. I can't be disturbed, and I think, it's pretty intense process. In this situation, I locked myself in a hotel room and I got the script out in 3 days.
Oh, wow.
And so a lot of people say to themselves kind of like, that's not possible, or, whatever, or, maybe he's not telling the truth. And in a way, I'm not, because the concept was so solid in my head that it had to go. Now, ultimately, is that what we shot? Of course not. But we had about, a 90-page script in about, 3 days. And when I create the characters, my goal is to create smart, dramatic characters. And I strongly believe that sometimes good people have bad days and can be bad.
Yep.
And I think that some bad people on certain days can be good. So I like putting together complicated characters like that, and then sort of watching them grow as you write more. And so I think that one of the perfect genres is sort of like the sci-fi drama to kind of create that, because you can play with these leaps of faith, these ideas that can still bring the viewer to a certain level of emotion or insecurity or scare or hope even, but you're still bringing a leap of faith.
Right.
So, as long as they're willing to suspend, certain judgment to the end of the film, as long as it's believable, it gives you a lot of elasticity. You can go a lot of different directions, and then, from there, once you kind of get the project together and you get, the interest on the financial backing, really in terms of the actors, I've worked with Tobin Bell before. I've worked with Lance Henriksen before. I know what they can bring. I mean, Jack in this film, Lance, I'm telling you, he's brilliant. Plays it brilliantly. He told me he loved the character. Obviously, tremendous actor. Tobin Bell comes in. Yeah, absolutely. And then Tobin Bell coming in, he plays the attorney in the movie, Cooper Mason. And like a real Wall Street type. And he does it, once again, does it wonderfully. Very different styles, tremendous actors. I think that we brought in multiple other younger actors right now that I think are going to really get attention after this film because of the dramatic presence And so anyways, but going back to like when you say, how the movie starts to like kind of grow, honestly, like when Aliana Kamara and Krista Dane Hoffman, now Krista King, like we at the time, I just watched their auditions, and it's amazing how their performances and then the looks sort of match what you're looking for, and it just, I don't know, it just sticks. I can't tell you exactly, how or why, but like what's in your head, like the vulnerability in Aliana, Krista, who plays a very smart yet maybe not so nice character, Alex Parker. I mean, like her ability to kind of come off as being like a seductress and a huntress at the same time. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's just so obvious, so fast that these people can carry these roles, and then you get on a set with them and with a director like Don Fauntleroy, who has tremendous credits. And I still feel, I tell everybody, he's underrated. I mean, this guy he's got like 8 million credits,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
like, and he just keeps going and going and going. And you make if you can make a family on that set, you really can make magic. And that's, once again, why it's so important to make sure you commit to what you can bring to the film, because I think people respect that and look forward to working with that again.